Well, it's very open and extremely close. Our view has been that we're not going to get a clear outcome from this election, so neither of the main parties, New Democracy or Syriza, will be able to form a government on their own. At the moment, it's looking as though the momentum is with ND, New Democracy, who are the former Conservative party of government, and it looks as though Alexis Tsipras might be forced out. But very, very close, very, very, very difficult to say at this stage. Well, Greece is in a really difficult position, as we all know. It has to implement the third bailout agreement that was agreed by Alexis Tsipras and his European partners earlier this year. Our call has been that Greece is going to have real difficulty in implementing that agreement, and we think Brexit is still likelier than not to happen. So the big question for Greece over the next 3, 6, 9, 12 months is whether it can stay the course in terms of bailout implementation. A fragmented parliament where it's difficult to pull together a coalition, where it's difficult to reach political agreement, just makes it very hard to see Greece staying on the implementation track. Well, as I said, our base case is unfortunately that Greece will leave the euro area by the end of our medium-term forecast period, so by the end of 2019. Our view is that if that does pan out, that will be much less dramatic and significant for the euro area than it would have been had that happened in 2012, but it will still be quite serious. It will ask a lot of questions about the nature of the European institutional architecture, whether Europe has what it takes to make sure that other countries don't follow Greece out the exit door. We tend to share the view of people like Dr. Schäuble and others who say, look, a crisis of this magnitude will provide the political capital that Europe needs to push further towards greater integration. But that's the optimistic perspective. There are certainly downside risks of a further unravelling if we do get this outcome.